Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday evening. I am feeling much better, as you can hear from the sound of my voice. I'm not hacking, coughing, wheezing, sneezing, whatever you want to say. But we're going to open up. I bought this at a flea market. I can't even remember when. It's been not too terrible long ago, sometime within the calendar year. But it's the 1997 Maxx Year in Review. I've seen a couple cards out of this set, never really went through it. So this video will probably take a little while. So this might be a 15-20 minute video. I'm not going to apologize in advance. It's just what it is. Look for a hand-numbered 1988 Dale Earnhardt autograph inside. That would be pretty amazing, but I don't see that happening. 175 card set, all new designs. Bonus mini poster inside. Well, that's certainly exciting. I like the fact that it does. The box looks like a hauler. It would have been nice if they maybe made an update set as the actual... the hauler, the bobtail, the rig, whatever you want to call it. That would have been pretty cool. But here we go. We're going to break this factory seal and see what we can find inside. So there's the stuff that was on the bottom. 50 hand-numbered cards randomly inserted. And I don't even know where this thing opens up at. I might have to do this off to the side here, because otherwise I will do something, and this is a little more difficult than what I thought it was going to be, certainly. So there's inside the box. I see a mini poster, and if it's the length of the box, it's not going to be very mini. So what do we have here? 1997 Maxx Year in Review Top 10 Point Leaders. So that's really cool. I may have to get me a small little frame for that. So we'll set that off to the side. It looks like these cards are in some kind of cellophane. So yeah, there's a lot of cards to review there. There's even a bonus compartment upstairs. So there's what the inside of the box looks like. So it's just like a hauler with an upstairs and a downstairs. Set that off to the side. Doesn't look like we got a Dale autograph. Like I said, certainly wasn't anticipating that. But we'll open the smaller of the 3 packs first here and see what's inside. These haven't seen the light of day for getting close to 30 years, folks. So we have Napa 500. Oh, these are just blanks. Tells you the dates of each race. I'm not sure the significance of that. There's nothing really on the fronts or backs. So, interesting there. And we will start off. Let's start off with, see here, that says 001. And that is 091. So this is going to be the beginning of the set. Again, these are packaged up a little differently, and they're bricked up a little bit, so that's not too uncommon for this era. But Jeff Gordon, Victory Lane, Daytona 500. I'm not going to front and back all these. So number 2, Mike Skinner, Daytona 500 pole. That's probably what, Busch Clash win for Gordon, something like that. Ricky Craven is next with Bobby Labonte. Wow, these are horribly bricked up. I'm having a heck of a time, guys. Luckily, there's no paper loss, so some of these would be great for TTM. Ward Burton. The Hendrick trifecta there, 1, 2, 3. Jeff Gordon is next with Mike Skinner. It looks like Rockingham that they're at there. Mark Martin. Of course, you see the preview there on the back of who it's going to be. Ernie Irvan. Wow, these are pretty badly bricked up, but they're just, you know, they're probably got some of that UV coating and whatever on them. There's a nice Dale in the pits. Looks like Bristol. No, it's not Bristol. Might be Darlington or New Hampshire. It's hard to say. I don't have enough clues there to let me know where that's at. Another Ricky Craven memorable moment. Rusty Wallace in victory lane at Richmond. Terry Labonte, pole sitter. Not sure where that's at, but we're not going to learn right now. Kyle Petty. Would have been his first year driving for PE2 as the team was named. Then they eventually branded or joined with Petty Enterprises. Of course, now that is Legacy Motor Club now. In the pits, Ricky Rudd. A lot of good memories from this time. This was Ernie Irvan. You know, was really into it during this time, going to a couple races a year, Michigan and Indy. Dale Jarrett. Robbie Gordon got his first and only career Cup pole in Atlanta, the spring race. That was the final race on the oval configuration before they went to the quad oval configuration. Johnny Benson. That looks like a lot. That design looks a lot like the 97 Maxx base. Jeff Bodine, QVC car. I think 98 they went to Phillips sponsorship, and then he eventually lost ownership. I believe that's Steve Grissom. Yep, Steve Grissom, Kodiak car. I like the fact you didn't blur out Kodiak. Dale Jarrett, Victory Lane. Not sure where that's at. Maybe Atlanta. And that Steve Grissom's probably because of that crash he had at Atlanta. That thing was horrible. Go back and watch that. 97 Prime Star 500. Dale Jarrett's next. Looks like Darlington there for sure. So yeah, that Earnhardt picture may have been Atlanta since we're going in race order here. There's that DW. It looks like Darlington there. Mikey. Michael Waltrip. Ted Musgrave. Be his last full year at Roush. He'd run about a half year in 98 at Roush before being released. Jeff Burton, first winner at Texas, first Cup win. That was a crazy race. Go back and watch that one. DJ, pole sitter. Steve Grissom seems to be making the highlights for all the crazy reasons. Not sure what his highlight was at Texas or whatever race we're looking at here. Jeff Gordon in the pits. Another DW. He was in that first lap crash at Texas. Him and Johnny Benson came together, kind of started that whole thing. Jeff Gordon there racing with Morgan Shepherd. You don't see that car very often. The Precision Products #1 Pontiac with the Cruisin' America. There we go. Now we're able to get a little grip here. We have Rusty Wallace, pole sitter. First year of the Blue Deuce. Dale Earnhardt. It's a nice looking picture there of his #3 car. Jeremy Mayfield. This was the first year full-time he was driving this car. Him and John Andretti swap rides late in 96. There's another look at the Prime Star car, and that looks like to be Brett Bodine behind him, maybe. I don't know. It's very, very difficult to see, only going off the valence and part of the fender. Jeff Gordon. Look how far that right front is tipped down versus that left front. Kenny Wallace, first time seeing him in the set. I think he might have got a pole there at Richmond, perhaps. Mark Martin at Martinsville. Very iconic curbing there. I think they paint it now for the different seasons or what have you. Rusty Wallace, probably talking with his crew chief. I don't know who the crew chief was at that time. Don't remember. Ricky Craven, we're going to blur out the Bud, but we're going to leave the Kodiak. But that may have been a corporate decision either way from Anheuser-Busch or whoever. Mark Martin, I believe that might be his son Matt there in between him and his wife. Johnny Andretti, pole sitter. Where was he pole sitter at? Talladega, maybe? That sounds right. Going to go to the second half of the first pack. And we may just do the first pack today and then do the next pack for tomorrow as a extra installment here. Because I've been wanting to get through these and see what was in here. Of course, I'm looking for the Earnhardt autograph, which we didn't get, but not too worried about that. Like looking at these older cards and cars. Jeff Burton, that was a crazy paint scheme back in the day. Now it would be pretty tame. Bill Elliott, I believe that's the first time we've seen him today. Strapped in. And look at those seats. They're not the wraparound seats like you see today. No Hans device. A lot of different things that are much, much, much different and better for today. Memorable moments. Looks like a rain out or a rain delay there. Dale Jarrett. Another Mark Martin. So definitely a Hall of Fame filled box here, or a set. It's not a box. It is a box, but it's a box set, factory set. Mark Martin, Victory Lane. Another Mark Martin. Oh, come on, there we go. I do not like these when they get bricked up, but it is what it is. They're at Sears Point. Looks like he's going through the carousel there, or part of that area of the track that they no longer use. DW. That's definitely over the hill before the carousel. In the pits, Ernie Irvan. This is Alcatraz Island on this one with somebody on the other side. So who is that? Rick Mast, Golden Gate Bridge, and Alcatraz Island. So pretty interesting. Probably doing some touring there. Jeff Gordon, Victory Lane. Jeff Gordon, pole sitter. We have a, of course, this is 1997. Unfortunately, no Victory Lane cards of Dale Earnhardt unless they covered the qualifying race at Daytona. It's a nice shot. I like that. Look at him looking out the left window almost. Looks like he's looking out the left window. Looks like Jeff Burton right behind him. Speaking of Jeff Burton, that's probably from the same roll of film from the same photographer. And yes, that would have been film back in the day, not a memory card. DW, that iconic chrome car. Ricky Rudd, Victory Lane, 97. Where did he win? He won at Dover and Indy. Bobby Lalonde, pole sitter. That's probably Michigan, if I had to guess. Oops. Spoiler alert. 2 Bobby Labonte cards in a row. And there we go. I'm sorry, Jeff Burton card. I thought it was Bobby Labonte. I was thinking Bobby Labonte, but Jeff Burton and then Bobby Labonte with Dale Jarrett right behind him. Dave Marcus. Finally, we get a Dave Marcus card. One of his many Realtree paint schemes. That one reminds me a little bit of the original Davey Allison Haviland scheme. Victory Lane, Jeff Gordon. So we're getting a theme here. Bobby Hamilton. I believe that's the first time we've seen him in the set today. Had his second career win in 1997 for Richard Petty. Derek Cope, the Skittles car. Morgan Shepherd. We've seen him pop up on a card racing with somebody, but there we have the Cruising America. I don't like that's a very, very blurry photo there, so they could have done better. Ward Burton started to get the 22 car back on track in 97 after a horrible 96 season. I think they only had 4 top 10s in all of 96. No top 5s. Ernie back in Victory Lane at Michigan. We were at this race. It was a good time to see Ernie get back in Victory Lane. Dale Jarrett. Derek Cope. See, these are bricked up horrible. Yeah, we're going to do another video to do that one, because this is longer than what I thought. So it's like you got Musgrave, Irvin, and that's probably Marcus back there. I'm trying to see if I can see the number on the headlight, but you cannot on the headlight decal. And I really couldn't see it that well. Bill Elliott, McDonald's car. Jeff Gordon, Victory Lane, no surprise, definitely not in this era. Joe Nemechek, Front Row Joe, has himself a pole. Who do you have there? You got qualified Irvin, Gordon, probably Jeff Green. Who's in the 33? Schrader, Bodine. Presley was in the 29. DW, Dale Jarrett, who's in the 5. Labonte. So pretty stout front 10 qualifiers there, wherever they were at. Ricky Rudd climbing the pack. Jimmy Spencer. Let's not get an action shot of Mr. Excitement. Let's get one of the crew working on the car. Always like these photos looking overhead. And you can kind of start to see a little bit of the Twisted Sister era in that photo. If you look to the right of the word Prime Star, you can see that it looks like the left front fender is a little bit differently shaped than the right front. So just starting to toy with that arrow. John Andretti, winner. First career win at Daytona. Pole sitter was Mike Skinner that day. Second career pole. He swept the poles at Daytona. Terry Labonte in deep thought, trying to figure out how he's going to defend his Cup Series championship. Kyle Petty, iconic Hot Wheels paint scheme. Ward Burton. We have Jeff Burton in Victory Lane with Kim, and I can't think of his daughter's name at the time. It would have been cool if Harrison was on that card, but I don't think he was born yet. I don't think he was born until, what, 2000 maybe? Kenny Schrader with Andy Petrie on the front there. Hut Strickland, first time seeing him. Is he still in the Circuit City car at this point? I believe so, yes. Circuit City, Hut Strickland. Rusty Wallace is next. Next on our Dale Jarrett. Memorable moments. Looks like they're at New Hampshire. Kyle Petty behind him. Dale Jarrett once again. Victory Lane. A few more cards to go and we'll wrap this video up. Joe Nemechek, pole sitter. That's where he started getting that front row Joe moniker. 1996 Rookie of the Year. Johnny Benson is next. That's probably one of my favorite Pennzoil schemes because there's not a lot you can do with it. I think that is very clean looking, has a fast look, and it's very simple. Ted Musgrave, Family Channel Prime Star. And then we're going to end with Bill Elliott, memorable moments, pole sitter, it says. Or no, Pennsylvania 500. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's basically the first half of the set. A little bit more than the first half. But I'll do another video here soon. Probably get it done for tomorrow as an additional video for the day. But I've been wanting to rip into this. It's been sitting off to the side. I don't know if I'm going to put this in an album. I don't know. I don't know what these cards are for. I have no clue. Maybe you sort them out, whatever. But nonetheless, very, very interesting. A lot of cool photos. A lot of cool memories for me there personally. So anyway, I'll probably do this video tomorrow for the other half. And I'll try to unbrick them a little bit better. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this extra video of the day. Like I said, I've been wanting to rip this, and I didn't want to do it as a regular video because I want the regular videos to be more either pack rips or the flea market finds, diecast finds, etc., or even the small set reviews. So this is just kind of something if you want to fill your time up, have something running in the background or whatever. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow.